Tricia's got the story we'd love in just a moment. Tricia, just so you know, this is a report from Page 6 of who will replace Lester Holt. The front runners appear to be Tony Lamas.
Yes.
And Haley Jackson.
Tony Lamas and Haley Jackson. I think they're currently like the weekend reporters.
I'm going to look them up. Oh, there's Haley right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She used to do one of the Sunday morning shows.
Yeah, she still does.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, and Tony, I think, fills in sometimes on the weekend.
I don't know this guy. Never heard him. Two L's.
Yamas, yes. And then who's the guy who looks like our friend Jared?
The guy that does the weekend?
Yeah. I like him a
Jaime?
lot, too. Yes.
Is that his name?
No, but nobody will ever be able to replace Lester.
What's Lamas' first name?
You said Tony.
Oh.
Lamas.
I'm thinking of the Boots. Oh, okay. I recognize this guy too. Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they have enough cred yet to slide into the anchor desk. That's what I'm worried about. But nobody's asked me yet.
No, they won't either.
Stories we love.
So listen to this mistake, Sandy. You and I are huge proponents of finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
The golden
rule.
rule.
It's a universal rule, right? It's as common as tighty, righty, tighty, lefty, loosey.
Mm-hmm.
If that were a rule that actually applied, this would have been an amazing time for it to happen. Citigroup, the bank, accidentally credited one of their customers an amount of money that I don't know how they possibly could have done this. The customer was supposed to have $280 deposited into their account. Citigroup, one of their employees, deposited $81 trillion instead.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't even know how many zeros that is.
A bunch.
It's a bunch of zeros. It was deposited $81 trillion into their account by one employee. It then went through a check and got past a second employee. And it wasn't until it got to the third employee in the oversight division that it was finally caught. You
mean a $280 transaction gets that much oversight? What they thought was a $280 transaction goes through 3 layers?
Apparently, it's a 3-layer system to make sure that all of the numbers are correct. Whether if it would have gone through the same system if it was a $2,800 check.
Oh, okay.
They just have these systems set up. But how do 3 people look at this and not see all those freaking zeros?
I don't know.
$81 trillion deposited.
Now, I can understand if they worked for the government.
Anyway, it was taken out. The money was in this person's account for less than a day. And it was immediately taken back out. Nobody was any the wiser, from what I understand.
Did the owner see it?
I don't believe the owners actually ever saw it. But last year, there were 10 near misses of $1 billion or more at Citibank.
What is going on, Citibank?
I don't know, but they're 3-layer authentication.
You're 1 day late on your credit card payment. They're all over.
Oh, yeah, they don't miss that, do they?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like they need to add another layer in there, and they need to get a 4th set of eyes on it, apparently.
Maybe so. $81 trillion. That'll change your life.
Can you imagine if you just logged in, like, am I going to have enough money to go to the grocery store today? And there were like 47 zeros on your balance.
I'd immediately skim something real quick just to make sure it doesn't go away.
Oh, they're clearly not going to miss it for a while. Jeez.
I bet you Citigroup doesn't have $81 trillion.
How do you even, that's somebody who dropped their Coke can on the keyboard and the zero was held down.
You're exactly right. Rapid fire Q&A coming up in just a second. Boy, if you're a basketball fan, your time of year getting ready to get started. March Madness.
Yeah. It goes on so long.
Yeah. It goes on like 3 weeks.
Oh, I was thinking it went on a lot longer than that.
Well, you've got the conference tournaments and all that stuff to get into the next selection Sunday and all that stuff. So it's definitely a good time of year if you're a hoops fan. Tricia's got 3 questions for me. Rapid fire Q&A. What you got?
All right, here's your first question. Sandy, if you had to perform CPR on somebody, could you do it?
Yes, I could do it. I took a course in college, and I think I still remember. And I remember that you're supposed to compress the heart to the beat of staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Do you remember where you're supposed to put your hands?
Just below the sternum.
Yeah, where it comes up to a little point under there.
Yeah, and if you break ribs, it's okay.
It's okay because you're saving lives.
And they say,
breaking
do
ribs
not stop
saves
until
lives.
someone else takes over.
Correct.
I could crush a rib.
Oh, I know. I mean, if I I mean, I'd be afraid that you were the ones about to perform CPR on me.
Yeah.
I mean, because you Lenny a lot of things.
Real strong.
I'll never forget the best example of Sandy Lennying something.
The potato.
The potato. Oh my God, he was heating up a potato in the microwave, and I happened to be standing there when he opened the door and he reached in. Normally just to squeeze it a little bit to see how soft it is, and it exploded in his hand. You just squished it so hard. What is wrong with you? Big old meathead. Here's another question, Sandy. If you were able to go to space, like on one of those blue orbit, orbit into space,
civilian trips,
yeah. Who would you want to go to space with you? You can pick 2 people to go with you.
Okay. 2 people.
2.
All right. 1 seat is filled with Landry, our daughter.
Oh,
that's
I don't think I'd let her go.
The ultimate father-daughter memory is going to space.
Going to space.
Right.
I don't know if I could let go of her to let her get rocketed into space.
Nothing scares her when it comes to things like that. Like, she loves a roller coaster more than any human being alive.
Yeah.
And is not afraid of any of them. The other person I would pick would be one of my best friends, Moore, because Moore is a grown man. He's older than I am, but he has this amazing childlike exuberance.
Yeah, he gets real excited about things.
Yes, and that would just be fun. He would be so excited, and he's so fun. He wouldn't be sitting there with someone freaking out.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
you don't want me to go.
Holy crap! Can you believe we're doing this?
Right, but you know what? If they told him, if NASA said you can't wear Crocs, do you think he'd still go?
I think he would.
Moore only wears Crocs.
I think he'd surrender his Crocs for appropriate spaceship footwear,
space shoe wear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Last question. I gave you a few minutes to think about this. What ordinary, everyday thing do I do that turns you on?
Walk.
I knew it was going to be like, I smell your hair, something random that I have no control over.
Tricia's got a watching from behind.
Oh, you mean how I walk,
yes.
Not just the simple act of me even just walking in front of by you.
No, like your walk. Because Tricia's got some junk in the trunk.
I do.
And it bounces left and right. I mean, you're very, very, you've got a wiggler. That's what I call, you know what I mean?
You've got a wiggler.
A wiggler. Your booty is a wiggler. It's and your girlfriends have told you this too.
Yeah, that I have a kind of a distinctive walk.
Yes.
I had no idea you thought that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were just saying just me, even the simplest act of just walking by you.
No. You've got a wiggler.
I've got a wiggler. It sounds like something I need to get rid of, like the way you say it. She's got a wiggler. We got to get that out.
March might be my favorite month, Trish.
I know. You keep talking about that. I thought October was your favorite month.
I love October, too. I think October is the overall favorite month of Americans. I remember reading that.
Yeah, because of the weather and
the football.
Going into the holidays.
Right. So with March here, let's take a look at some stuff that happens during the month of March. The new Major League Baseball season starts in a few weeks. The Cubs and Dodgers play the first series in Japan starting on March 18th. Opening day for everybody else is on March 27th. There's still people that get excited for opening day of baseball.
I love it.
I do too. This time of year. Great. Other stuff, of course, we just got done with the Oscars the other night. I didn't watch 1 second.
Oh, I tried, and it was nonsense. It was all political statements. It was every once in a while it was like the big awards, but other than that, it was kind of the behind the scenes stuff that you don't know any of the people. And also, I hadn't seen any of the movies that were nominated.
Was Conan any good?
I mean, he was Conan. It wasn't anything amazing. It wasn't anything terrible.
There's people love Conan, and there's people that don't get Conan. I'm on the don't get side.
Yeah, I'm like, he is.
Let's see. Other TV shows. Tricia, Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, I'm out. I've been out of Grey's Anatomy for like 5 years.
It's back day after tomorrow. American Idol and The Righteous Gemstones are back on the 9th. John Mulaney's live Netflix TV talk show premieres on the 12th. You knew he was getting a talk show, right?
I did not.
You like him, right? John Mulaney?
No, I mean, not particularly.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. And I've seen him on a couple of things, and I'm like, okay, I mean, he's kind of funny.
Is he the guy that had all kinds of addiction issues?
He had addiction issues, and now he apparently is clean, and he's married to Olivia Munn, or he's partners with Olivia Munn, and they have 2 kids together.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite comedians got a new stand-up special. It's going to be on Hulu. Comes out on the 14th. Bill Burr.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
Very funny. Seth Rogen's new Apple TV series, The Studio, comes out on the 26th. I don't know if I'm interested in that or not, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson's sci-fi space thriller, Mickey 17, next Friday. Steven Soderbergh's spy thriller, Black Bag, comes out on the 14th. And Disney's got a new live-action Snow White on the 21st. Snow White, I'd leave that. How many times are you going to revive that?
I don't know if that's ever been redone.
Can she do it with, you can't have dwarves anymore, right?
Well, see, this whole show, this whole movie has been packed with issues because people were saying you shouldn't use short-statured people. I don't even know what the appropriate term is. So they did use CGI for the dwarves in the movie, and then the short-statured people were furious, and they were like, "It's totally our part."
Yeah.
And then the actress who plays Snow White, she got all into some political kerfuffle. And I mean, I don't know. It sounds like it's a mess.
Yeah. I mean, if you got short-statured people that want the job, give them the job.
Right.
Who cares?
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. March 8th is International Women's Day. I'm sure you'll be celebrating by burning a bra or something.
I don't think I will.
St. Patrick's Day is the big one on the 17th.
Right. What about daylight savings time?
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry.
Good Lord. Of course, you just threw me off on what I was doing. Lent starts tomorrow. Mardi Gras today.
No, don't forget about National Ranch Dressing Day.
You just want to do this? You just want to do it. Because if you want to, go right ahead and finish it off.
You just didn't seem to be hitting the big ones.
You just go ahead. No,
it's you. You do it. National Puppy Day on the 23rd.
You're so annoying. Interrupt me while I'm performing my art.
Oh, performing your art.
Daylight savings time starts next Sunday.
Sunday, March
the
9th.
Yes.
That's when you lose an hour of sleep. So let's get, people complained when they gained an hour.
Right.
Now I can't even imagine what the complaining is going to be like when they lose an hour.
March 20th, first day of spring. Is there anything that you got else you want to mention in there? National Ding Dong Day.
National Viagra Day. It's March 27th.
No need to celebrate that. Stay with us. More coming up. Our daily audio file coming up in just a second. If you're just joining us earlier in the show, I learned didn't know this, that Tricia was a cow expert.
A little bit. I mean, I grew up with them on a ranch. You learned some things. Jeez.
But you did not know that they made best friends.
I mean, I didn't technically know it, but I knew it because I witnessed it. I'd seen the cows with their little friends.
Okay.
This is your daily audio file.
Mr. Beast's newest challenge video, which was huge. He had 100 people stand in circles, and the last person to leave theirs won $500,000 from Mr. Beast.
Just standing in a circle.
It went on for days. My mother punished me like that when I was a kid. She drew a circle in the driveway, and I was not allowed to leave it.
That was your timeout?
Yep, that was my timeout.
Beating up some kids or something?
Probably. The winner, 11-year-old. Gio Lopez.
Behind me are 100 circles with 100 people inside of them.
I don't care if this takes weeks, months, or even a year. The last one of you to leave your circle wins that $500,000.
The rules are simple.
If at any point you cross the red line around your circle, you lose $500,000.
The challenge has officially started. Gio won!
Oh my God!
Gio won! You won! Hug your dad! Hug your dad! Your son just won $500,000!
11-year-old.
What did they do when they had to go potty?
I'm sure they made arrangements. They had to.
I mean, of course they had to, but I mean, was there any privacy, or you just doing it in your circle?
I guess I'd poo in my circle if I had to.
No, I'm sure they brought something in to take something, but I'm just saying.
I don't know. 2 window washers in New York City clinging to their rig as it was swinging wildly in the wind when it became unsecured. Somebody didn't secure it.
I feel like that's potentially the most important part of a window cleaner's job, is making sure that the scaffolding is secured.
They were way up and it was getting thrown around. It actually broke windows, shattered glass in the windows that they were building. I'm going to call that a window washing fail.
Yeah.
Things did not go well. Here is New York Fire Department Deputy Chief Michael Trahan and Lieutenant Chief Nick Schneider talking about the incident.
The scaffolding wasn't attached and it was swinging around and smacking into the building. There was a high wind factor blowing into the building. There's glass pretty much raining all over the sidewalk when we pulled up. It was extremely dangerous for members of the FDNY. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, the fact that they weren't tied off.
Very dangerous for the fire department. I'd be like, P.S. I was the one hanging off the swinging scaffolding. It was pretty dangerous for me too.
That's scary work. I mean, they're up there 60 stories up in the air.
How much you think they get paid?
I bet they get paid pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
I'd have to get paid pretty darn good to go up in that it's just a little box that you're in. You know what I mean?
I know.
I've seen the guys that were like rappel. Have you seen them? They got the little tiny bench that they sit on.
Yeah.
They push off the building and they go down.
Average high-rise window cleaning salary by state.
Go to New York.
Let's go to New York. Those guys, why isn't this in alphabetical order?
I don't know.
I don't either, but it's not very much. It's like in the 30s.
Oh, stop it.
I'm not lying. The highest 48 and the highest is 48,000. Washington D.C. 42.
Huh.
But that's it. Risking their lives.
Yeah, to wash windows.
I'm going to have a lot more money than that, people.
And now it's time to say goodbye. But before we do, we share with you some of the things we learned today that you may have missed if you weren't here earlier.
Should have been here earlier.
Really should have. Maybe tomorrow? Get here a little earlier.
Just try tomorrow and you'll just see.
Yeah, just join us. Do that. Find us on Instagram too, at The Sandy Show Official, Facebook at The Sandy Show Radio. What you got?
Well, we learned that cows have best friends.
They sure do.
Cows form bonds and they have preferred friends. Sandy was surprised that I already knew that. Thought he was throwing a cow fact on me.
Yeah.
I already knew it.
Tricia knows her cows.
I do know my cows thanks to growing up on my grandparents' ranch and being around them. Here's one thing I definitely know. If you get too close to one mama's baby and she starts chasing you, then all of the other cows will start chasing as well. They won't know why they're chasing you. They'll just start running because the other cows around them are running.
Followers is what they are.
That's how I had an entire herd of cattle chasing me when I was about 11 years old.
Still funny.
Yeah, still terrifying. Another thing we learned, Kendrick Lamar, only 5'4".
Yeah.
The most Googled how question in the month of February was how tall is Kendrick Lamar?
I'm going to tell you, if you're 5'4", you ought not be beefing with anybody. You know
right, because Drake's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, you ought to not be beefing with anybody, Kendrick. You're 5'4".
Yeah.
He's your height.
But he's my height. Me, Kendrick Lamar, and Kevin Hart could have our own little posse.
Yeah, the short posse.
The short posse. And finally, Sandy has audio of a person who is incredibly famous right now. It's an audio of her singing in a bar back in 2006 before she was famous. And he asked me if I could figure out who it was. I had a good guess.
Listen to this and we'll tell you who it is.
Listen, I've got the sickest ambition. Deep in the mirror, I am scared. Don't know who the hell is there. Yeah, I'm losing my reflection.
That is Lady Gaga, 19 years ago. Lady Gaga has got a new album coming out. It's called Mayhem. It's going to be released at midnight Eastern time on Friday. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for spending some time with us. We do appreciate it. We'll do it again tomorrow. Until then, don't take any crap from anybody. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the radio every morning from 6 until 10 on Austin's 80s station, 103.1, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.